Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA, living in my car for over 2 years now. I got out of a shift today. It's a long shift, I guess. What the hell is today? Is it Monday? Tuesday? Cyber Tuesday? So it was a long one, which is fine. I am glad for it. Glad for the extra money. I had issues with people not wearing masks. So LA recently just came under the shelter-in-place order. It's very restrictive, and it's in effect until December 20th, and they're assessing it to see if they're going to extend it. If I look like I look like a guy in a commercial for a home security system. You know, the one where it's like, I guess it's ADT, where they're like, it's two guys going in. They obviously look like actors, I mean, they just, the way they move and stuff, it's like actor movement, someone who's taken movement classes. Like, hey, look at that class. Wait, they got ADT. Back up. Let's go to the next house. What the hell was I talking about? There were people not wearing masks, and that is very troublesome. Even well before this shelter-in-place order came. Shelter-in-place order came because LA has gotten over 5,000 positive tests or infections in 5 days. I think it got over 6,000. I'm not totally sure. But also the other numbers are just terrible. It was like something like triple the number of hospitalizations within a month. And I forget how many more infections, but I think it's at least like 2 times more infections than last month. Maybe, I don't know, someone look it up. But it's really bad. The effects of the disease can be horrifying. You may not know about the effects for a long time. It can cause damage to heart tissue, and I've read that it'll do that after you've recovered from it. If you exercise a lot, like very strenuously, which obviously I do at a warehouse job where I'm just sorting packages and walking up and down a conveyor belt for like 6 to 8 hours a day. And that's in addition to I work out anyways in the morning. By the way, I don't know what I'm going to do. It is so brutal. It is like getting kind of bone-chillingly cold when I shower in the morning. It is rough. I just want to get through it and don't want to pay rent. I don't make a lot of money at this job. And just everything gets so expensive. Even going to the food bank for my chia seed needs. I put these in my oatmeal, trying to stay, talk about blowing the lid off an operation, trying to stay colonically sound. And even with, this is part of my shower instrument. I filled this up with water at the park. I just reuse water bottles all the time, so I haven't bought water bottles in a while. Also, if they go to more restrictive measures, if people don't follow the shelter-in-place orders, they're going to close the parks, which would be really bad for me because that's how I fill up my water bottles. And also, if I can't take a dump at work, I'll do it at, I have to drive like 8 miles to get there, but at a park where they have porta potties. So I can go there and people usually don't bother me. I say usually because for some reason there's certain people who don't understand the red indicator and the hand on it means the porta potty is occupied. I'm not feeling too sore or anything from work. Yesterday I was, but I don't know, I think part of it was, okay, so here's the thing. People weren't wearing masks. I was getting very nervous about all the effects of the Trump virus. And that's, in addition to kidney failure, you could be on dialysis, liver damage, I believe. I think I read that. Brain damage. I read about a 23-year-old athlete who I think they recovered and then had a mini stroke, and they're being monitored, and basically they may never be able to be an athlete again. And they said any head trauma could kill them in the future. And they were otherwise healthy. So people not wearing masks, a very simple thing to do to prevent a lot of pain and calamity, not just with the workers in the warehouse, but kind of more importantly, like more important than looking out for yourself in a way is everybody else in LA who's depending on each other to protect one another. Unfortunately, it only takes one person not wearing a mask properly. They can wear it and then wear it below their nose, as some people do. So anyways, what happened, without going into too many details, I am a hero. I complained multiple times about this to multiple different people. I got my hands all lubed up and just, dove head first. Man, the LAPD helicopter is out. It's so annoying. And I complained multiple times, and I tried to make it, very conscientious. Please, I don't do my screaming rants like I do here. I said how important this is, that people's lives are depending on us. And finally, I got some responses because I've been complaining since my first day about it, seriously, about 3 weeks ago now. And finally talked to some people who have a lot of authority over that kind of thing, and it looks like, got to see how it's enforced, but basically the word is there's no tolerance for no mask wearing. It must be done or you cannot be in the building. And so we'll see if that hopefully gets enforced. Again, not talking too much about what's going on, but I'm glad to hear that, but it's got to be something we're constantly vigilant about, because really it could save lives, and not even considering the people within the warehouse or in the areas that we work and live. It could spread out for hundreds of miles to people who, may be able to be in contact with someone who is infected through our warehouse, or infected through touching some surface that someone else touched, from here, whatever the case. So basically, I'm a hero. I'm saving lots of lives. See, people are like, Angelo, you are the most perfect person. And at the warehouse, several people, they took me back to the deep underground area where they keep, basically it's like, how would you say it? It's like Midsommar, like a pagan cult that is really pulling the strings for everything. A lot of companies, they have this, and they stripped nude in a ceremonial dance of celebration for me. But also it was a blood pact, so meaning if anything happens to them, it happens to me too. Take this off. Got hat hair. I got to cut my hair properly with my own electric razor, which does not work well at all. It's you got to edge along, because otherwise it'll just stop and pull my hair. But basically, I had to complain a lot, and finally it looks like, I can't even say it looks like it's going to be resolved. I just have to wait and see. I only believe what I see. I don't believe what people tell me. I don't believe they're lying. It's just I I can't confirm anything until I see it. But it's important to speak up about these things. And I'm sure there's a lot of workplaces that will retaliate against you for that kind of thing. So far, I don't know. I don't, that's the thing, what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm sure there's a self-preservation aspect to, we don't want an employee, speaking up too much, but I'm not casting anything negative on that. I'm just saying I don't know. That's why I don't have any assessment of it. I just want to see results. But it's important to speak up about that kind of thing to people. I don't say that to everybody. I don't go up in stores or something. Although in stores, I only ever go pretty much to the food bank anymore, or gas stations. I don't even go inside there. But I don't, don't bother saying stuff to strangers. It's not worth it. I had this wrap on my arm because my elbow was hurting. It's feeling better today. Oh, so I got totally sidetracked from the beginning of the video. I had so much anxiety about all these horrible stories of the Trump virus that he personally spread to many people. It's itchy. That I slept 2 or 3 hours 2 nights ago. Last night I slept much better. But I think not sleeping much like it didn't help my recovery. I've been working 7 days a week, so now I think I've worked like 9 days in a row. And so I was feeling very, like my left arm, tricep, elbow, bicep, my left knee was hurting bad, my right knee was hurting too. After sleeping well last night, and also I put some ice packs on and these things, and also a menthol wrap. You can get menthol wraps and put it around like your knee or your ankle or something. Man, that was comfortable. It was like icy hot, but it was like $1.50 at a dollar store. I might get another one today just to like be thorough. But I felt much better after I slept well, and I got to talking to somebody, and then again, I won't get into it too much, but basically I had to talk to several people, or who had authority over this, who were like, absolutely, this cannot happen. And so we'll see, but it's important to speak up. I totally get why people would not. So me personally, like, I don't go up to these people and tell them, hey, you have to wear a mask, because I have no authority. I'm not a boss. I'm not a manager, nothing. So it's like I have no backing behind me to say it. What I'll do is I'll go to someone who does have authority to say you cannot be in the building if you don't have a mask on and you're not wearing it properly. And some people just wear a mask for 20 minutes, take it off for the rest of their shift. Some, they'll not wear it for an hour and then put it on for a while and then take it off again. So it's ridiculous. And it's a very simple thing that can save lives. And look, how long do we want this to go on? And why rely on a home? Again, it's incredible. Like, just people are like, Angelo, you are the most amazing person. I get these phone calls that are incredible. But why rely on a homeless employee to say all this? It should be like, when I worked on a short film a little before I got this job, it was all like mandatory, like temperature checks when you come in, everybody wears masks. If your mask didn't have a certain kind of filter on it, they issued you one, which was nice actually. It was more comfortable than the one I was wearing. There's only certain paths you may walk on the set because it was on a sound stage. So it's basically like a warehouse, but on the stage you've got the false walls of like a set and the lights overhead and stuff. So when you go in the sound stage, you're supposed to enter only one way, exit one way. If you need to go back out, you go out that exit, or you circle around the stage, around the set. And that's kind of, how it should be. And there was like a training video and stuff before, and I have knee pads now that are really nice. I got like $7 knee pads. My old ones wore out. They were so cheap. They're like $2, like foam. I taped down with masking tape like arrows to indicate through the whole set where you go. By the way, when you do that with blue masking tape, the problem is once people start walking on them, they get so much dirt on them you can't even see them. So you really need like yellow and black like striped like caution tape, but that's not really tape. You need something like that's a bright, like a color that stands out like in the chroma of your eyes or whatever that's called in there. But it's important because we can save lives, and it's such a simple thing. And for everybody tired of this pandemic, including me, which is partly why I got this job, and I'm always nervous. Did I get the Trump virus? I'm getting tested again this Friday, and I'll get tested again next week because I don't know if I potentially even touched something at work. And even though I have a face shield that I wear, I always wear this, and then I'm going to disinfect it. I got a bunch of disinfectant wipes and disinfectant spray too, in addition to my mask. And I have several masks too, so I'm going to disinfect that as well. I'm always nervous that just the one little slip up caused me to get infected with the Trump virus. When this is preventable, we can prevent it. And by the way, at the same time, we can prevent the spread of the cold. We can prevent the spread of the flu. We don't need all this misery. So take it from me, like a homeless filmmaker, like genius, kind of amazing guy. Man, these fucking showers in the morning, so good. And here's what's annoying too: where I park to sleep, there's other people who park there, which is fine to sleep. A person started parking next to me, and I get there early because I sleep early now. I get up at 12:40 in the morning for my job. How long have I filmed? I can't tell. 14 minutes, okay. Now they started parking right next to me, even though it's like 150 spots there, whatever. when I get up at 12:40, they're still up or something. They have the reflective, like sun, protection in the windows. When I get up, and I understand it, when people make noise around you, you're suspicious automatically. Like, what are they making noise for at 1 in the morning for? But so I see a big yellow plane. Yeah, it should be like that color, the tape. But sun's blown out. Whenever I get up to shower, and they always like, you hear the foam. It's like dollar store, sun visor, like them looking out their window like to see what's going on. It's like, hey, fucko, don't park right on my ass if you don't want to see my ass when I shower in the street. I don't show my ass, but like you came after I fell asleep here to park next to me, and now you're, what's this guy doing? I'm gonna start acting like a lunatic when I get up and shower. But it is getting kind of bone-chillingly cold. I checked the weather after I showered this morning. It was like said 51 degrees. Felt colder than that because other days it said like 55, and it was relatively comfortable. But I gotta power through it because I really can't. I'd hate to think all this money I'm trying to make for my film equipment, for possibly renting an office, which would be cheaper than renting a room. That's why I would do that, just so I could edit videos and write screenplays. I write in my notebook, but also work on get like screenwriting and coaching. I'd hate to think all that money's gonna go if I just rent a room, or that co-op that I've been talking about. There's a co-op. It's sort of a co-op. I don't know if it's officially called that, but it's like there's no landlord. You're each like sort of buying a part of the home while you're living there. But the thing is, there's there's a lot of people. It's sort of like a big complex, but it's all common areas pretty much. I won't explain the sleeping arrangement, but it's nothing super weird or anything. It's just that it's like all common areas. So it's like if I'm in a place like that, one, constantly going to be worried about the Trump virus. And the other thing is, it's like I still would be spending $500 a month there. It's like all I need is just a shower. That's it. Why am I spending all that money just for that? Even the toilet thing, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I'd rather have my own toilet, but if I could save $500 a month, I'll just go at work, or I'll just go to that park with the porta potties. So anyways, it's a big challenge. Everything's so expensive. Like I said, like trying to eat healthy, even at the food bank, gets expensive. And car maintenance, gas, insurance, all that stuff. I was talking to a guy today. He has a 2003 Mercedes, and he pays less in insurance than I do. I'm like, what the hell? Why do you? Well, for one thing, he said it was a salvage title on the car. So I'm like, oh, okay. It's not. I guess it was in a crash when he bought it. Manages to run really well, he said. But also, the other thing I realized, a Mercedes that old, the resale value is much lower probably than my Toyota Camry, even though it's not quite as old as my Camry. So the insurance would be higher. And I don't know what other factors are in there too, But you got to speak up, wear masks. Face shields are great. If you can get these ones. By the way, this kind with the foam, I can get at a dollar store for like $4. They sell it at a diner around here too for $8. Don't bother, or $10. I saw it like on a Today Show report. Like, don't bother paying that much if you can help it, or get a pack of them if you can get them cheaper. But get it cheap if you can. I'll probably get a second one just in case anything happens to this one, because those are supposedly pretty good for preventing other people from giving you the Trump virus. Not so great necessarily at preventing you from giving it to others. That's more what masks are for. But it protects your eyes. Think about it. And it gives you a big layer of protection. This thing, if you want to see, it goes well below my chin. And it's so comfortable. Don't really feel it at work. So you see, it goes well below it. And so the Trump virus is unlikely, because of gravity, to go up here or through the sides. So I'll give you another layer of assurance. I told my mom to get one. She said she's been wearing it out. All right, everybody. So report stuff. Be like me. Be like this homeless, a total hero. Working all the time, working 7 days a week. I think I'm going to try it again this week. Because December, I guess they're letting us because it's busy. There's a lot of online shopping. And it's fine, online shop. Try not to do it through Amazon, though. I don't work at Amazon, but they treat their employees like crap. And so we'll see how this goes. But speak up if you can, if you're comfortable doing it. I get it not being comfortable because people might single you out or be mean to you. It can be scary. All right.